Hey, what's going on everybody? So today we're going to be tying a Frenchie. This pattern was designed by Egan from Team USA. We're going to be tying it on a Moonlit size 14 ML 053 with a 2.7 millimeter gold tungsten bead. I'm going to take my UTC 140 in red, wrap it down the hook shank, just give myself a nice little base. Next, we're going to take some Coq De Leon tailing fiber from Whiting Farms. This is a medium pardo. I'm going to grab just a small handful of these fibers. Generally like to go with 8 or 10 for the tail here. So I'm going to grab a little bundle of these guys and peel them off. So you want to tie this tail in about the length that you're going to make your body. So I'm going to go about right there. Wrap these in with a couple of twists of thread. Make sure I've got the right length. That's pretty close. Then I'll capture those fibers up to the bead. Now for added durability, I generally pull the fibers back, give it a couple of turns before I trim them off. Next, we're going to use some ultra wire in Brassie in gold. Go ahead and wrap that in. Capture it back to where you tied the tail in. Next, we're going to use some natural pheasant tail. I'm going to grab a little bundle of these fibers here, and instead of cutting them, I generally just peel them off. And then we'll tie these in tip first on the fly. Bring my thread back up towards the bead here, and then I will capture those fibers back to where I tied in my tail. Bring my thread back up. Now we'll take the pheasant tail. We're going to go ahead and wrap that around the hook shank back towards the bead, and then we'll capture it and tie them off. Now trim our extra. Next step, we're going to take our gold wire and we're going to counter wrap that the opposite direction that we wrapped our pheasant tail, giving this fly a nice rib. Okay, we'll tie that off. Like so. And instead of using my scissors to trim it, I generally will helicopter my wire off. That way I don't dull anything. We'll go ahead and put a few thread wraps back. So now we're going to go ahead and add in our thorax. For our thorax, we're going to use a UV shrimp pink eye stub. And you don't need tons and tons of this. Get yourself a nice little dubbing noodle and start wrapping that forward towards the bead. Get that nice and built up. Now I'll add a few turns right behind the bead to start my collar. Then we'll whip finish. Do it again. And trim off our thread. And that is a Tungsten Frenchie.